Welcome back, my gardening friends. Well, what a difference a few hours makes in getting this raised bed in the polytunnel sorted. As you well know, these timbers have been recycled from a shed that had to be removed on our allotment site, and this was basically the roof. It looks like old pallets, and some of it was actually joined together with these larger pieces of timber, which helped in the assembly. Now, this is about 5 meters long, it's 600 millimeters deep, depth wise ideal for my stump carrots, and hopefully this walkway will be suffice. Now, in the future, when this polytunnel roof fails completely, I'm going to be lifting the polytunnel about 1 metre, so that will then give me the extra room, but within the polytunnel everything will stay the same. Now, I've watched quite a few channels and people who've got the raised beds, especially this deep, and they start bowing outwards. So I've learnt from their, not mistakes, but what's happened to them. So I've put a section in there, that's the middle, that's where those two lots join together. I've knocked in some old posts, nailed that to there, so that gives it the rigidity and stops these planks pushing out. This is a bar off the top of one of the IBCs. I've just drilled a hole, that's less intrusive within the middle of the bed. And as some of you know, I attempted to build a clamp in that corner using the polystyrene and some spent compost, but the mice have been everywhere. I didn't realise how many mice were about, and I'm still catching mice every day. They love peanut butter. So now this is built to how I want it. I've done a little bit of painting down the side so that I can move the wood chips to this side. All that soil's got to be excavated because these blue barrels have got to go in that side. And I'm going to layer some of the compost in the bottom, ready to accept some of those potatoes, etc. I'm going to look after my seed potatoes for next year more than anything else, so they'll be going at the back. But the polystyrene there, this can be easily removed during the summer, and all I'm going to do is plonk that on the top. Whether it'll be any good or not, I'm not sure. But the main purpose of this video was to make sure that when you do build a raised bed, you get these supports in and make sure that everything's fastened down, and it's really quite solid. Not to Michael Brotherton's scale and design, but there's about 8 hours work here, and it's cost me in screws, because I've used mainly old nails, about £2. £2 for a raised bed, 5 meters long, 600 deep, and it's 29 inches wide, whatever that is in the metric. So let's have a little closer look, just in case you need to see what I've actually done. So I've just painted so far up because I needed a safe walkway down here. Drilled a wee hole in that, and then if anything does start giving, I can still drill another hole there. So these are all nailed in now, 1 nail per plank depending. And let me just remove that polystyrene. That's better. So I say, a lot of these bits of wood have been on that roof for years and years, but because it's been well protected, and to protect them that bit more, I've lined it with builder's plastic got the old staple gun out and made a reasonable job of getting the plastic in there. Once the soil's in, it'll hold itself, but as you know, this area here will be excavated and put back again, and I'll be probably growing food in here in the summer. Then all this will come out and it'll probably go on the raised beds. I'm just thinking in the future for when I go no dig, so the muck and manure I'll put right at the bottom and then layer it with all the other bits that I get. The soil at the top will be very weak so the carrots don't fork, and then they'll reach down into the goodness, manure and everything that we put in the bottom. Shan't dwell on this too long. Videos do take a long time to upload, but this is really pleased with this. Thanks for watching, guys, and thank you to all the new subscribers. I've got another 100. I lost quite a few recently as well as gained a few, but YouTube does play people about. This is I'm really pleased I've got this done. So if you like what you see, please drop some comments in the comments box, and your ideas as well. Don't forget, people will read the comments, and if you've got some good ideas, always comment. I don't mind what the comment's about, because other people learn from others. That's why we've got such a great community here in our growing community. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now.